Dear students of class 5A, today I am going to teach you this lesson number 19. In this lesson, there are some, some etiquettes and manners we are supposed to follow. What are the etiquettes? What are the manners? We usually travel by train. We usually travel by train. We usually travel by bus. So when we travel by buses, when we travel by trains, what we are supposed to do? There are some important tasks, there are some important duties and responsibilities as travelers we are supposed to shoulder. That means when we travel by train, when we travel by buses or trains, we should have some carefulness. Now, what type of carefulness we should have when we travel by trains or buses? We often travel through train to visit our relatives, to visit our relations, to visit our family members, family friends. But at the same time, we need to have some manners, some etiquettes, some carefulness. Now, what type of carefulness we should have when we travel by trains or buses? Point number one, we should pack our clothes. We should pack our clothes properly. We should pack our clothes properly. This is the first point. We should pack our clothes. We should pack our clothes. We should pack our clothes. And first one, we should pack our clothes. And next one, we should always keep water bottles, snacks, etc. with us. When we travel by trains or buses, we should always keep with us snacks, water bottle, etc. Snacks, water bottles, etc. Snacks, water bottles, we need to keep with us snacks, water bottle, etc., etc. Snacks, water bottle, etc., etc. And next point, when we travel by trains, we should always wear inexpensive clothes, inexpensive dresses. When we travel by train, we always wear inexpensive dresses. We always wear inexpensive clothes. Inexpensive clothes. When we travel by train, we should always wear inexpensive clothes. We should always wear inexpensive clothes. The clothes which are very ordinary in qualities. This type of clothes we should wear when we travel by train. That means we should not wear cotton cloth. We should always wear cotton cloths of ordinary quality. We should not use synthetic cloths because at any time accident may take place and the entire compartment can set fire. In that case, if we wear clothes of good qualities, costly clothes, synthetic clothes, then our body may be damaged and a person may be killed. That's why, in order to avoid accident, in order to save life, we should always wear inexpensive clothes while traveling by train. And second one, we should reach station before the departure time. We should always reach the station before departure time. Reach station before departure time. Reach station before departure time. Always we should reach station. We should always reach station before departure time. And next one, we should always, we should always stay. We should always stay with parents while waiting for the train. While waiting for the train. We should always stay with parents while waiting for the train. That means we should not go here and there without being consented by parents. When we go to catch train, we should always stay with parents and should not go anywhere without their permission, or should not move here and there. But always we should stay with parents while waiting for the train. And next one, we should stand far from the railway line. We should stand far from the railway line. We should stand far from the railway line. We should stand far from the railway line in order to avoid accident. In order to avoid accident, we should stay far from the railway line. We should always maintain safety distance between ourselves and the train, entering the line, entering the track, or entering the station. So always we should stay far from the railway line. And next one, we should talk in low voice while we should always talk in low voice in the compartment, in the railway compartment. We should always talk in low voice inside the compartment, in the compartment. We should talk in low voice in the compartment or inside the compartment. Next one, we should not make friendship with an unknown person. We should not make friendship with an unknown person. That means an unknown person should not be acquainted with us. A person who is unknown to us, we should not talk to them. We should always talk to those persons who are acquainted with us. So these are the duties and responsibilities while traveling by train or while traveling by bus. We should shoulder. We should abide by it. And next lesson, another one, that is table manners. Lesson 20, table manners. Lesson 20, table manners. table manners. Lesson 20, table manners. What is table manners? Suppose we are eating in a table. So many family members are there. We are eating, sitting in a table. In each chair, we are talking to each other. But there are some restrictions. There are some important, duties and responsibilities we should carry out. What are the duties and responsibilities? Suppose someone else came and sat on the chair without washing his or her hands. I noticed it. I noticed that the person came and sat without washing his or her hand. In that case, it should be my duty, since I noticed it. It should be my duty to advise him to wash hand properly before eating. That means, in that case, what will I do? I shall advise him. I shall tell him, my friend, you just go and wash your hand. Wash your hand properly and then sit before eating. It is my first and foremost duty, since I noticed a person came and sat without washing his or her hands. So this is the first and foremost duty of a person. Next one, suppose someone came and served some foods. Someone came and served some foods. In that case, we shall take the food, but we shall we not say anything to him? This is not, obviously. We should tell him something. What should be told? We should say at least thank you or thanks. Someone else came and serves you something, some food. You must say, you must thanks him. You must give him at least thanks, just like thank you. And next one, another thing is that someone else came and sat on the chair, keeping her two elbows on the table. Keeping her two elbows on the table like this. This is the dining table. This is the table we are eating. Okay, this is dining table we are eating. All of us have sat on our respective chairs and just taking our lunch. But one of our family members sat by keeping her two elbows on the table. It looks very odd, so it should not be done. And next one, Ram waits until everyone is seated and served. That means one family member waits until everyone is seated and served. Is it right? It is absolutely right. Someone else reach earlier than others reach there. But the person who reaches there earlier simply sitting in his chair and waiting for others who will come and join him in the dining table and would have their lunch. So this is good manners. And next one, suppose someone else finishes his or her lunch and would like to leave, and when he is about to leave the dining table, others who join him later, they are eating. They could not complete their eating, but they are eating. They are eating, but you have completed your eating and would like to leave. In that case, you uttered one sentence, that is, excuse me. Excuse me. By saying it, excuse me, you left us, but it is not good manners. Although you have used that term, excuse me, and left after having completed your eating, but it is not good. It is not good. It is not good for us, and because it looks very odd. So many members, they all were eating in a same table, but after having completed my eating, I left by saying it, excuse me. It looks very odd. Then what should What should we do in that case? We must wait. We must wait until they complete their eating. Until they complete their eating, we must wait. That means we must not say, excuse me, and we must not get up before others finish. We must not get up before others finish. It looks very odd. And another point, this is very important. It is also, these are also parts of table manners. What are these? Number one, we should not come late in the meal. We should not come late for a meal. And next one, don't make noise while eating. While eating, no talking, and don't always put your fork and knife together in the center of the plate. When you finish your eating, and after eating your food, wipe your hands with a napkin, and then fold your napkin and put it on your quarter plate. And next one, stay in your place until everybody finishes his food. Stay in your own place. Stay in your place until everybody finishes his food. As I told you earlier, you can't say, excuse me, and you can't leave there. You should wait until everybody finishes his food. So this is known as table manners. So what did I learn from the two lessons, lesson 19 and lesson 19 and 20? From lesson 19, we learned about something unknown things. Generally, we commit mistakes while traveling by trains or buses with our family members. So these are the important duties and responsibilities we have to shoulder while traveling by trains and buses. And when we eat with others, we should take some duties and we should carry out some duties and responsibilities which are considered to be the table manners. When we are sitting all along and eating our foods in the same table, we should have some table manners. So these are the table manners I discussed up to this, my dear students. Thank you. Today I shall give you some homeworks. You must prepare your homework. And before that, I must say something about two students. They are not preparing homework properly. They are not attending live class properly. So I am warning them, you please mend your ways. Naming them, Amirul Islam and Arif Muhammad. You are not preparing your homework correctly. The lessons which I have not taught yet, you are preparing homework from there, and the lessons which already I have taught, but no homework are being made from the previous lessons. What is this? Are you making jokes? Playing funny games? Is it good? Is it good? It is not good for us, because we are teaching, we are your teacher, and you are our students, beloved students. So your first and foremost duty is to carry out the duties and responsibilities properly. So this is my warning, my dear students. You mend your ways. You don't make any homework from those lessons which are not taught yet. And the lessons which I have taught, and I am giving you homework, from there you make your homework and submit. But you have made so many homeworks from the untaught lessons. Then why should I correct untaught lessons? The lessons I have not taught. So you mend your ways. And at the time of live class, you are making noise. So be careful. In spite of being warned, you are doing it. So be careful. Mend your ways. Amirul Islam and Arif Muhammad, I am telling you, because I have noticed your activities. I have been watching you while correcting your copies and while conducting my live class. So be careful, my dear student. Mend your ways and try to be a good student. Both of you try to be good students. Thank you.